Hi everybody, and welcome back to the JES Kindergarten channel. I am Mrs. Petrick here with your third installment of Tips from Teachers. So after I uploaded and watched the other two videos, I realized I had a whole lot more to say about both self-care and scheduling for adults, and so I wanted to kind of make this hybrid video to have a couple other tips from teachers. So adults, in the other video for self-care, we talked about drinking water, we talked about taking breaks, we talked about taking time for yourself and rationing your media content. But I also, a big one that I wanted to mention was getting enough sleep. And I know sometimes that can be difficult, but setting routines for yourself, like you always start getting ready for bed at the same time, you kind of do the same things, whether it's, brushing your teeth or a skincare routine or reading a book or whatever that routine looks like. If you get into a routine, your body will start to take over, and as soon as it's a certain time and you get going, that will help. Also, keeping phones or TVs out of your bedroom to cut down on that blue light intake and also trigger your brain that this is sleep time can help. Having a set time, like I said, a set schedule, a routine can all help. The other thing is not doing other activities either in your bedroom, which I know can be difficult at this time when a lot of us are working from home, or even just on your bed. So if you kind of save that, you're not doing schoolwork there, you're not doing conference calls there, you're not making videos there, it just kind of helps your brain separate what is going on, and that can help with tips. Also, with sleep, also sleepy time tea or just some soothing essential oil, some white noise, just anything you can do to make sure that you're getting a lot of restful sleep, going to bed early, still getting up at the same time, even though you might have a more lightened schedule than you normally would. Those are all going to be very important. Another tip that I am borrowing from a very dear friend of mine who works from home quite often is she said still get up and get dressed and get ready, even though you might not be physically going to work. That helps you get in the mindset to do your work, and it helps you just take really good care of your body and just stay in a good place physically and emotionally and mentally. So make sure that you're getting good sleep, that you're still getting up and getting ready. And the same way that I suggested having a schedule for your children to follow during this time, it is also important that you put together some sort of schedule or time block for yourself to help your days pass, and so you don't get sucked into working too much and you're working all day now because you don't have that separation, or not working at all and binging too often, just kind of blocking your time. I know for myself personally, I get up at 5 and I have from 5 to 7 to drink my coffee, to journal, to do what I need to do. Then I can get ready and come down here and start doing my work from home for the day. My kids are going to get up about 8, between 8 and 9, and they know they need to get dressed, make their bed, and clean their room. So I also am not doing things. I just have that whole time till about 9 o'clock, and then I move into a different part of my day, and that's where I'm getting them breakfast, I'm getting them started on their homeschooling activities, and I'm kind of focused on them. And then later in the afternoon, when they have independent things, they're reading, they're doing things, that's when I move into reading at the same time as them. And then in the afternoon, we all do different things. And then evening, and I go back into mom mode where I'm cooking dinner and cleaning up and wrapping up the day and getting ready for bedtime and things. But just even having a block of your day, this is the chunk that I'm working, this is the chunk that I'm momming, this is the chunk that I need to distract my brain. Just having some sort of time block for your days is going to help you navigate this new time as you're working from home. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, which I think I briefly talked about in the other one, but I'm just trying to make sure I get all my bases covered, is also exercising with your kids and exercising yourself, getting out and getting some fresh air. So whether that's a walk, whether that's some yard work, whether that's tackling some projects that you haven't, I just really want to make sure that you guys are taking care of yourself during this time. So just remember that self-care is not selfish, and you can't pour from an empty cup, and when your cup is full and overflowing, then you have that energy and that availability to show up for the people in your life and to show up and start blessing others. And I know when I talked about focusing on the positive. There are so many good things happening right now. There are so many people that are offering their services for free. There are so many people that are offering to help neighbors, that are offering to pick up groceries and deliver, that are offering to share some of their resources. There are just so many good things going on. And so I would just suggest that you take advantage of that. You know, if somebody messages you and is offering to pick up something for you, like, don't feel guilty about saying yes. That was another thing that I picked up when I was reading Rachel Hollis's books and listening to her speak, as she said, accept all the help that you can. And that looks different, especially in this time, but just in your everyday life, saying, yes, you can help me put my groceries away. Saying, yes, you can pick up the kids after school. That would be great. Just saying yes to any of the little help that is offered to you and taking some of that pressure off of yourself. And while the kids are home, it is okay to enlist their help in age appropriate and developmentally appropriate ways. You know, I do have my middle schooler taking out the trash. I do have my preschooler, you know, feeding the dog and watering. And so it's less on me and it's more we're all working together. And I would just encourage you to look for ways that you can lighten your load and accept help and really just make sure that you are taking care of yourself in that time. And I also wanted to congratulate you guys for making it through week 2. This has been week 2 of our COVID-19 school closure, homeschooling, work from home time, and I'm just very proud of you. Thankful to those of you that have reached out to me so that I can be a blessing to you. I was so happy to see all my students last week and the families and be able to give you guys your kits, and hopefully you've been able to use some of the things in there. I have loved making those videos for you, so hopefully you guys are be able to do some of those activities with your children and your families, and I'm hoping that this time has been just not stressful for you guys. So I will see you next time. Once again, this has been Mrs. Petrick on the JES Kindergarten channel, sharing tips from teachers with you. Have a great weekend.